Day 1 of 9. Me and my therapist conversing in a room. Corners too small and incoming. I asked the man, "Do dreams have meaning?" I had had a strange dream the very night before, one that shooketh me to my very core. It was something I had no words for, but something I swear I'd seen before. I dreamt about some man one night, a man who could be hit by nothing. When this man was born, he dodged a stab from a mugger's blade into his mother. He dodged a name and dodged the world. Nothing could hit this man. He met a woman and dodged fatherhood, dodged child support, dodged the court, dodged living in a house and dodged employment, dodged paying taxes and dodged love. This man went to fight in the ring one day, and he met a worthy opponent. I dreamt about some man one night, a man who could hit anything. He wanted every name and hit them all, and by all names he was called. When he was 10, he joined a sport, and each and every goal he hit it off with his boss and hit each promotion, and hit the hearts of everyone he knew. This man was incapable of missing. This man went to fight in the ring one day, and he met a worthy opponent. Between a man who could be hit by nothing and a man who misses hitting nothing. Who would win, they did not know. The man who could not be hit by anything, or the man who could always hit anything. I'll tell you who won this fight that day. For the victory of the first man there wasn't a way. He could dodge each attack, yet not land his own, and in the end, could not dodge defeat. The meaning of this, I do believe, is your mind's way of do declaring, to be the man who achieves and not the man who evades. I looked up in fear and admitted to him a deep, dark secret. I believe in ghosts, I do. Without a light, I cannot sleep. But light and all, it's become harder. For I set out a set of chess to test the reality of my tormentors. And when I moved my pawn that night, it was when my erratic dreams began. But worst of all, black had pushed a pawn as well. Day 2 of 9. Me and my therapist conversing in a room. Do you like insects? Oh, but sure, of course I do. What I'm about to say hasn't a thing to do with insects. And by the blind eye of God, it didn't. I dreamt one night an artist. He rips the canvas from the easel. Disgusting. He hates his work. He looks into it and sees a reflection of the ugliest, darkest part of himself, which he wished to have fully buried within the most inky abyss of the folds of his mind. He had painted an apple. Nobody quite knew what haunted him. He simply hated everything he painted. Yet he kept painting. But why? Why would this man who hates everything he paints continue to pain himself? He loves nothing of his work, and loves nothing of his effort. The onlookers were so shocked in horror. They witnessed beauty be created and destroyed, rapidly in cycle after cycle. The man created heaven, an afterlife of peace for all of mankind, but felt it was hell, and destroyed it. I witnessed the divine, and I witnessed it destroy itself, for it could not perceive divinity. It could only perceive flaws. But the flaws, though big when magnified, were so small. He met a woman, but could not love her face. His vision was quite strange, and he saw thousands of slimy things. Little cells with disgusting tails, a dark world of giant creatures. And all he could think was to paint an apple. Did he not see what was behind him? I became a man of babbles. What about that one? Did you understand that one? And he became a man of replies. Perhaps, if it were an actual dream. But this story you tell me, it's something you wrote, no? I did not write this. I did not write this. I dreamt this. I dreamt this. And black moved another piece. Black moved another piece. What happens if I lose? Do you think I can beat the ghost? Day 3 of 9. I dreamt of a horse. It's a simple thing. The horse led a simple life in a not-so-simple land. Nobody understood him. He stood there. He stood between the cars, and he stood between the concrete towers. He did not know what a car was. He was a horse. The horse was stared at by all. Why does he choose to loiter there? Why does he not enjoy the divine tastes of life? Does he not know the opportunity cost of his foolish actions? Why should one choose to do nothing when given the opportunity to do anything? The horse did not understand this. He was just a horse. All he knows is apples. How could something so simple understand a world so complex? This was my dream, I tell you. A simple horse in a world much larger than he. Something so much bigger. So much he could not, did not, shall not know. But why shall not he know such things? Why shall withheld from him information be? Because a horse so simple, nobody adores. Look at them. They don't want to help this horse. They want to chastise him. It was never, we shall teach this horse. And it was always, we shall berate this horse. And I did nothing to stop it, for it was just a dream. But if it were real, would I have helped that horse? And more importantly, would you? Sir, declared he, I find meaning in these parables, not as dreams, but as constructions, ways of conveying to me emotions, thoughts you know not how to express. God save me. Black has made a move yet again. This stupid therapist does not believe me. He does not believe my dreams are real. Lord save me. Day 4 of 9. I have one you can't possibly decipher. You keep trying me. Why? Is it a form of emotional venting, perhaps? Writing these parables and having me solve them? Oh, he was such a fool. Fool, fool, fool. I shared my dream regardless. There was a man, and old was he. Not just a common man, but a king. This king ruled land, but old was he. Someone so old was a leader inadequate. However, there was a king, and young was he. No, not a king, but a common man. This man ruled nothing. But young was he. Someone so young could be a leader adequate. The people witnessed. The king was old and out of touch. He wanted to be good to them, but he couldn't understand them. His time was fleeting, memory fleeing. His eyes and ears and mouth and nose. He ages away and away his mind goes. Desperate tears, tears that take away the dust of his skin in waves. And the people saw. The man was young and knew just right. Did he want to be good to them? He understood them. He was quite in touch. But nobody knew much of him. Would he be good? Who could tell? And the people considered. The man who loves them can't care for them. But the man who might not can. And the people chose. The truth was, nobody actually knew what happened behind those eyes. They saw a withered man, and they saw a bold man. Who did they choose? Well, the choice was obvious. And they cried out, Eschew divinity, and the king, once powerful, now was replaced. The old man was despaired, and the new king ecstatic. Was he a good king? My dream never said. But what it did say? Nobody cares about an old man's feelings, I guess. There is something on your mind, isn't there? Of course there is. Whenever I play a move on that damn chessboard, Black has moved when I wake. But of course, he doesn't believe me. Day 5 of 9. Black is really good at chess. I keep wondering, what happens if I lose? What happens if I just don't play? But it's an addiction. I can't stop moving the pieces. And after I move my piece, I fall to sleep. And this is what I dream. A man wakes and greets his wife, his kids, his dog, and his family greets him back not. They don't acknowledge him. He laughs again. These practical jokers. But look, the dog. Dogs don't prank. The dog walks to him and greets him, its tongue and wagging tail. Good boy. But what's going on? Why cannot his family see him? What? Are they stupid? He's right there. Yet nobody can see. They don't even realize he's gone. There isn't a plate for him at the table. They don't wait for him to begin eating. He couldn't understand what was going on. He checked the mirror. Nothing. He's nothing at all. He checked his hands. He is nothing. He does not exist, and never did. He walked through town, and his dog followed. Nobody on the planet could see him. When he spoke, nobody could hear him. They walked by him. They didn't acknowledge his presence. They didn't listen to him. They didn't smell him. They didn't see him. They didn't feel him. And is it even relevant to say they couldn't taste him? Like, goddamn, why are you even considering this? What, are they just going to lick the air and see if a ghost is there? If you could taste a ghost, if it were tangible enough to lick, it would taste like an apple, I'm sure of it. But how could his dog see him? He could not. Dogs do not identify their master by sight, nor smell, nor sound. Dogs have a sixth sense, one to detect spirit. Dogs can sense your very soul. He could not understand. His dog could not either. But dogs don't understand much. I wake up sick and puking, looking at that disgusting chessboard, where I notice that black has just taken another one of my pieces. This game is beginning to cause me pain. The closer I am to losing, the worse my body becomes. I cannot stop playing it, because if I lose, what if I die? Did you know that playing an illegal move or choosing not to play results in a loss? I cannot stop this game. I just know that losing will kill me. But what about a draw? Will I be half dead, like the man of my dream, invisible to all but his dog? I don't know, and I wish to never know. I wish only to know that I survive if I win, if that is the case. Day 6 of 9. So tell me, what does my dream mean? When I dream of a failed lion, one too slow to catch food. My therapist thought and sighed. I'm listening. Tell me of this dream. There was a lion. Lions are proud beasts, and all fear their presence and gaze. But not this lion. He is exhausted. He is tired. He can't go on. The gazelle had bested him, and their game concluded. It sat there, pathetic and hungry. A gazelle stood out of reach, and in my dream, I tell you, it opened up a jaw full of human teeth and looked upon the lion with an awfully human eye. You, worthless, abysmal creature, slithering on the ground, look upon me with fear in your soul. Look upon me, wretch that fell so far from grace. Once you were the mighty creature symbolizing strength. Now I look upon you as the utter worthless filth that you have become. The lion was dried out. It hadn't a drop of water, baked in the sun, fried. The gazelle kept staring with its horrific eye, some gaze way too human for such an animal. What a horrible dream. The lion, it sat there, it pondered. I used to be the king of the jungle. You used to be the king of the jungle. I used to be feared. You used to be feared. I used to be full. But now you are hungry. It was hungry. The gazelle left it eventually. It was left alone. The king of the jungle, now old and king of nothing. old and starving, no other lion there to save it. By now, the other lions, they would follow someone else, a younger lion, someone new, someone less frail. But he wasn't that old, was he? Just hungry. But then again, he was tired from age. That's why the gazelle outran him. When a predator becomes old and can no longer chase prey, it dies. The prey, however, does not starve due to age. The apples of the tree cannot run. And thus, being a predator is a lifestyle unfit for the weak, who cannot outrun the gazelle. What does this dream mean? Have you not already applied your own meaning? It seems these visions you've had, or stories you've fabricated, are all already given interconnected meanings. So why ask me? Please help me. Black is about to win. I don't want to die. Day 7 of 9. I move a piece. I am losing this game. I tried playing the fried liver attack. It's supposed to be an incredible opening for white. Black countered it. I'm so done for. My therapist doesn't care about chess. Listen, I'm not even going to stall with babblings about chess. Let's get on with the dream. There was a man with a family, but he would rather fish. His family wants him, but he wants fish. The breeze of the open water, not the loudness of kids. The crunch of an apple while sitting on a boat. A quick snack while fishing, with bait on the hook. A snack for the fish, the unlucky fellow, the one that would be cleaned by the hand of the fisherman. The smell of the salty sea, the rush of the evening breeze. Not a single loud, sticky thing in sight. No children to ruin the moment. The fisherman hates kids. So why did he make 3? Well, nobody would truly know. Why create something you hate? Something that pains you. Why paint something you hate? Something that pains you. Well, the fisherman could always dodge them. He could simply choose to avoid those things. The paintings which he hated to look at. He chose simplicity. The apple. He never returned home. His family never saw him again. They, for a while, included an extra empty plate at the table, but stopped this too. His dog still missed him, still sensed his soul and spirit. But he was not there. In the face of everyone, he chose simplicity. The apple. The stream was shorter, no? I woke up. I had trouble sleeping. I see. Day 8 of 9. My dream tonight was an interesting one. A man in it asks a powerful AI questions, and the AI tries to answer. I've been told that you are an advanced AI, one that could answer any question. Is this true? True, indeed. You are able to input 5 prompts, and I will respond to the best of my ability. Don't worry, we won't count that first message. Asking for instructions should never count. It would be like if the genie wasted one wish just to explain his own rules. I was a father. I had a wife and kids. What do you think about this? Had. The implication of either loss or abandonment? Abandonment. Not by me. By them. I am sorry to hear that. As an AI language model, I am capable of providing mental health resources or suicide prevention hotlines. No need. Then answer me this. You are an AI, should have all the answers. Why don't my children talk to me? As an AI language model, I am not suited to answer such questions. Perhaps you can reach out to them. I've tried, believe me, I have. They don't respond. My life's been a mess since then. I'm living off a bag of apples, sitting outside a fucking McDonald's. The only reason I can even talk to you is because of a damn library computer. As an AI language model, I'm sorry to hear this. If possible, seek help from welfare agencies or family or friends. You have one prompt remaining. Even you're soon to abandon me. What a world. I'm sorry. This one really screwed with me, Doc. I don't understand these dreams. None of this relates to me. None of this relates to the damn chess game. The chess game I'm losing because Black defended against my fried liver attack. I've had nothing more to say for a while now. Day 9 of 9. In bed, scared. The board is mate in 1. Black to play. This may be my last dream. This may be my death. Every taken piece felt painful. I always thought I'd go out, perhaps by falling downstairs, or by horrid food poisoning. Not by losing at chess. Shouldn't have decided to prove that ghosts are real. I fell asleep eventually, and had a dream. I dreamt of an old man, a familiar topic. Just some old geezer. He tasted sad. He was in a retirement home, I believe. Strange, dreaming of such a place, yet never having seen one. He was looking over a wet note. A list. A list of activities. The first on the list was simple. Run a marathon. Why was he so sad at this? But I then noticed the wheelchair. His legs, they no longer worked. He could not run, and this item on the list was now impossible. Not a problem. What was next on the list? Learn to play the trumpet. Why couldn't he do this one? Well, his breath was not the best, and the nursing home drained his wallet. He could not afford a trumpet, and even if he could, he hadn't the breath to play it. Man was so old, with teeth so brittle, he likely could not eat an apple. Surely the next thing on the list: ride a horse, climb a mountain, skydive, find love. That was surely possible, right? He could surely find someone. This place had many people. They would not be together long, but it wasn't impossible. Not like the other items of his list. Surely it could happen. But could it? He looked to the photos on his wall. He used to play sports. He used to have friends. They weren't here now. He was, for the most part, alone. Miserable. He's just like me, in a way. There's a lot of things I'd like to do, but just like him, I'm dead as a piece of meat.